guys, I'm Sync.
And I'm Echo.
And we are back once again playing Phoenix Wright Justice for All. In the last episode, we crafted a well-strung theory of how Acro could kill the Ringmaster. However, we were lacking one crucial detail: motive.
Regina.
Well, we weren't lacking Regina, we were lacking motive.
But it's Regina.
You think that he wanted to try to kill Regina.
Yep. And instead, it was the Ringmaster who went, and he killed him because he couldn't see below.
Right. Alright, so, let's start. I can't believe it, Acro. It's pretty shocking, isn't it? It definitely is. And to think he was always the most straightforward of the group. Jeebus! Unbelievable!
Acro tried to pin the murder on you on purpose.
He did? What lie? He's just a little twerp, isn't he?
Well, that's one way to put it.
Hey, pal! You're gonna ignore me after all all the trouble I went to bring you some evidence?
Ah, Detective Gumshoe.
Ah, forget it. I'm going home. This guy deserves to be guilty anyways. Now, Detective, I'm sorry. Now, why don't you relax a little? We got some really tasty milk. Oh, that's Maya.
We got some really tasty milk.
How about a card trick, Matt? How about a card trick, Detective? Why'd I go southern?
I don't know.
Well, if you insist.
Where was the milk kept? Now, about that evidence you
Lobby refrigerator.
Okay. Fair. What is it?
Here you go.
Huh? This was yesterday in Acro's room.
The results of the investigation. You can look at it later.
Won't Ryan Karma be mad that you're doing this?
That's why this is all secret. Huh? Look, details are on a need-to-know basis, and we're not really allies or anything.
He's just doing it to get back at Farn Karma.
But everything that happened in court up until now has gone according to our plan.
Farn Karma looked like she was in a pretty big hurry, though.
You'll figure it out eventually, pal. Yesterday, our final plans were put into place. Final plans? Uh-huh. That reminds me, I've got a message from the prosecutor for you. Judgment comes very last instant. Judgment comes at the very last instant. That's it. That's it all. And that's it. That's all for me too, pal. I'm going home.
What did he mean by that? The very last instant part.
Everything he says seems pretty cryptic to me. Oh, one more thing.
Ah! Don't scare me like that!
It looks like there's a large care package from the circus for the defendant.
From the circus?
For me? It's milk. The reception area looks like some kind of dairy. So hurry up and drink it before it spoils. An entire dairy's worth for me? For me?
Wow. I'm very surprised that they kept sending milk.
Yeah. This court is now in session. Shall we continue our proceedings? Miss Von Karma, please continue from where you left off.
I'd like to continue with Acro's testimony, starting with his relationship to the victim. I'd also like to get proof from the defense. Proof of what kind of motive Acro would have to commit this crime.
Understood. Now, Mr. Dingling. Yes, Your Honor. Please proceed with your testimony.
Finally, we get to the motive. Wait, Nick, are you okay?
Just do me a favor and don't ask questions you don't want the answer to.
Gulp.
He does not have an idea for motive.
My gosh, Phoenix! I figured this out like 3 episodes ago.
When we were little, we were abandoned by our parents. That's when the ringmaster of the very big circus, Russell Berry, took us in. I became an acrobat at around 9 years old. I wanted to find a way to repay the ringmaster. That was my sole purpose in life. You're such a thoughtful young man.
As she heard, the witness deeply respected the victim. I wonder how anyone could think that Acro could kill the man he held in such esteem.
You are absolutely right. How could anyone think that, Mr. Wright? Which is why there's no real need to cross-examine, is there?
Actually, that's the question I'm trying to answer myself. Why would Acro kill the ringmaster?
Turn
this
it
might
around.
be my last chance to answer that question. That question. Of course, I'll cross-examine. There's no need to question him now. Let's just lose this court case. The defense has a right to cross-examine the witness. Huh. You're so tactless, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You don't care about justice, do you? You just want to fabricate a motive.
Very well, Mr. Wright. Cross-examine the witness.
About the ringmaster. We?
Yes, my brother Sean and I. What? You have a brother?
How old were you when this happened, Acro?
I was 8 years old, and my brother was 4. Your parents were very cruel, weren't they? Nowadays, we aren't bitter about what happened to us, because it allowed us to meet the wonderful people at the Big Berry Circus.
Nick, the judge is getting misty-eyed. He's got a soft part for sob stories, it looks like.
Ow!
There's no crying in court. Let's keep going.
There's no crying in baseball. The witness may proceed with the testimony.
How would you describe your relationship with the ringmaster?
He was like an uncle, a father, and a big brother, all rolled up in one. The ringmaster and my brother were the only family I had. What about the other people of the circus? This was over 15 years ago. Back then, there were very few customers coming in, so no one really had time to look after us. They were worried about other things. But the ringmaster, he would always come see us with a laugh and a smile.
What a beautiful story.
That's why I was always thinking of what I could do to help. I wanted to thank him.
Nick, isn't Acro such a wonderful person? I know. He seems like a nice guy, which is what makes this so difficult.
So how long have you been a performer?
You started off as an acrobat at such early of an age? That early of an age?
I begged the ringmaster until finally he agreed to let me do it. Ever since then, I've been in incredible physical shape. I can tell! That's also when I decided to form a group with my brother. We called ourselves the Flying Dingling Berries. I'm sorry! Okay. Okay, I don't want to hear anything about Dingling Berries like ever again. This is nearly a household name. Being around the table and talking about the the Dingling Berries.
I've even heard of them in Germany. Liar!
The point is, I wanted to be of some use to the circus. You are truly a remarkable young man.
The judge keeps looking at Acro almost like a proud father.
I wanted to find a way to repay the ringmaster.
Did you ever have any trouble with the ringmaster? Ow! How could you ask such a thing, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Do you have some sort of fundamental misunderstanding of this witness testimony? Or the heartfelt emotion contained within? You better think about this, Mr. Phoenix Wright, and you better think hard. Ow! Ow, 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 ow!
No matter how you look at it, there's no way I could see this witness ever taking a victim's life.
Exactly. I've been waiting for you to say that, Your Honor. Nick, I hate to say it, but I agree with them. I was trying to chase down the truth, but I ended up just looking like a jerk.
I think that will be enough for now. Pondering whether or not this witness would kill the ringmaster leads me to believe that it's pretty much unlikely.
Exactly right, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, I'd like to ask you a question.
Go ahead, Your Honor.
What was Acro's motive for killing the ringmaster? Well, how about it? Can you explain that to me?
Not the ringmaster.
Yes, not the ringmaster.
But Regina.
Right.
So I can't provide one for the ringmaster.
Yes.
But if you ask me about Regina, I can.
Absolutely, yeah.
Nick? Yeah, I didn't even have to think about it. It was obvious from the start. Your Honor, the reason that Acro killed the ringmaster is something that can't be proven.
What?
That's because Acro had no reason to kill the ringmaster at all. Ow! Your foolish attempt to fool us like foolish fools is so foolhardily foolish. I had to take a breath there. Did you forget? You made an accusation against this witness, did you not? I believe it was. This is the real killer of Russellberry, ringmaster? If you want to jump to the end of things, then yes, that sounds about right.
The end of things?
Acro, you didn't plan to kill the ringmaster at all, did you? The ringmaster wasn't your target that night. What did you just say?
What you say?
I'm saying that the target of this witness murder plot was not the ringmaster. He did not plan to kill Russellberry. What?
Order! Order! Bailiff, I don't care who it is. Smack anyone who's loud in the face. Twice if you must.
Oh my gosh.
I did not remember that line. Mr. Wright, what in the world are you trying to do in my court? Ow!
Mr. Phoenix Wright, what in the world are you trying to do to his court? Are you attempting to imply that Acro was trying to kill someone else?
Uh-huh.
Regina Berry. I swear it was Regina Berry and not. If it was the note and not Regina Berry.
No, yeah, you can't kill a piece of paper. Unless it's Doodle Bob.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Regina Berry?
This young girl is the ringmaster's daughter, correct?
Acro, you were really aiming for her that night, weren't you? Objection! You don't need to answer that. It's a mean-spirited leading question. Objection! He could easily answer this question. If I'm wrong, all he has to say is, you're wrong, that's it. That's it, huh, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
Enough. Mr. Wright, allow me to... Ow!
The only thing allowed to interrupt me is death itself.
Huh?
And that goes for you too, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Show me evidence, now. I want to know why Acro would want to kill Regina Berry.
Yes, me too. I demand to see some proof. Present evidence that proves Acro was out to kill this young girl.
Bat. Oh. A small quantity of pepper, huh?
Ooh.
I never actually saw it.
Yeah, you never actually saw that, but yes.
Oh yeah, place it by Acro in Regina's pocket.
Yes.
Oh, we changed it! I didn't know we changed it! Acro, do you have any recollection of seeing this?
That's...
It's a piece of paper that we found inside the ringmaster's tailcoat.
Inside the victim's tailcoat?
Acro wrote this note. It's ironically entitled To the Murderer. Its purpose was to call someone to the plaza at 10 p.m.
So you're saying that he called Russellberry with that note?
Wait, the scarf was scented with pepper.
Uh-huh.
Did the lion sneeze? Is that what happened? That's because that's really unfortunate. There's just one little problem.
Problem?
Acro did indeed place this note into someone's pocket. However, that someone was not the ringmaster. You mean it wasn't for the... That's exactly what I mean. The person this note was intended for was none other than Regina Berry.
Order! Mr. Wright! This little theory of yours.
It's the truth, Your Honor. It isn't a theory. Simply put, Regina didn't think the note was meant for her. Which is why the morning of the crime, she placed it on the cafeteria bulletin board. That's when her father, the ringmaster, read the note. That's correct. The ringmaster ended up in the plaza instead of Regina. And he was killed because of that mistake, instead of Regina.
That's incredible.
Remember the testimony that Acro gave us earlier today?
Lifting the bust and looking out the window would have been impossible. There was no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. If I were to do that, I'd end up falling out of the window myself.
Acro had no idea who it was that arrived in the plaza, because he couldn't look down out his window to see who it actually was.
I've got it. Acro thought it was Regina down in the plaza. Good job.
And that's when he let the bus fly. Hey, Nick? Isn't Regina listening to all this from the audience? She is. Unfortunately, it's going to get harsher from here. I hope Regina can handle it.
Acro wrote this note to Regina.
Objection! Foolishly foolish fool with foolishly foolish fool ideas of foolish foolery. You're so foolish you even make me sound like a foolhardy fool. Very well,
That's
Mr.
a new
Phoenix,
record.
Right? If you're so sure, then tell us about this line. I have conclusive evidence of what took place. Uh-huh. That's the line in the note, alright. Well, if the note was sent to Regina Berry, that it must mean that this note is declaring that Regina Berry is a murderer. You just don't get it, do you? What? What did you say? The ringmaster knew what that note meant, which is why he went to the plaza, in place of his lovely daughter.
Hold it right there, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What was this incident that was alluded to in the note?
The incident 6 months ago. I have no idea. It wasn't like we questioned anyone about it. I wouldn't say you know all about it, Phoenix, but I know about it. An incident occurred 6 months ago, and now I'm more than ready to show the court what happened at that time. Moron.
Wait, are you sure that it relates to the present case?
It does indeed, Your Honor. Everything in this case had its start in what happened 6 months ago. Really, Nick? I think so. Well then, if that's the case, hurry up and tell us about it. What is this conclusive evidence mentioned in the note? I certainly like to know what it is. If I can't answer that question, the judge is going to think I'm bluffing. The conclusive evidence about the incident 6 months ago is actually the pepper. It was a fake. It was the pepper because it was found inside the wooden box.
And that was the conclusive evidence.
Because the scarf smells like pepper. What kind of spicy joke is this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? It isn't a joke at all. Is there decisive evidence you asked for?
What do you mean?
The victim would arrive and try to take away the wooden box. That's when they discovered the decisive evidence found inside.
Another unbelievable conclusion. Very well, Mr. Wright. What exactly are you saying? Are you claiming that Regina Berry killed someone with a small bottle of pepper?
Taking the note into account, that's the only logical conclusion you can draw. Foolish fool who never tires of his foolish ways. If you're so sure, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then answer this question. Who was Regina Berry's intended victim? Bat. Still in a coma. Bit on the head 6 months ago by Leon. Although the intended part is questionable.
Intended is not, yeah, it's not.
Because
Correct.
I can completely imagine Regina being like, hey, you should put your head in Leon's mouth because Leon is, you know, trained and all that shit. And he just happened to have pepper on him.
Yeah.
I can imagine that she did not know that about the pepper, but still.
Well, who's this?
That is Acro's younger brother. What does this prove? His younger brother isn't dead. Technically, that's true. However, Bat has been in a coma for 6 months now. It's not a stretch to see how Acro could feel that his brother is dead.
Regina, she did that to him?
Do you spend your entire life dreaming up new ways to be a fool? Naturally, the prosecution has looked into Acro's brother, Sean Dingling. 6 months ago, he was bit by a lion and fell into his current comatose state.
Lion?
Miss Regina Berry is an animal tamer by trade. However, no tame animal in that position is ever trained to attack another human. They wouldn't understand the command. Moreover, Miss Regina could never do something like that. It's just not in her.
Correct. So what happened to Acro's brother?
He's not the victim of an attempted murder. He's the victim of an accident.
I see.
Now what do? No one seems to be going along with your theory. Do you think what happened to Bat was actually an accident? I think it was just an accident.
Or was it more than that?
Was it more than that? Because, like I said, I can see that this is all fun. You should put your head in Leon's mouth.
Right.
And he just has pepper on him because he used to like spray her with pepper.
Right, sure.
And he just happened to have pepper and it got into the lion and the lion sneezed.
Right. If we go along with it's just being an accident, that is stopping our momentum.
Yeah. Too bad Phoenix can't get my point of thinking.
Yeah.
I figured this out, Phoenix. You're like 5 steps behind me. Lion biting Bat was no accident at all.
What?
You're such an amateur, Mr. Phoenix Wright. There is no way that Regina would ever incite her lion to attack another human being. She may not have incited the lion to attack another human being, but Regina is responsible for making the lion bite Acro's brother, Bat.
Scarf. That's just a scarf.
Acro. This scarf is something that Bat used to wear, correct?
That's right.
And who is the one who gave this scarf to Bat?
Regina. Regina gave it to him.
Oh my gosh. Now that I think about it, if he had sprayed her with pepper and she gave that gift to him that night, then he could have got pepper on it.
Regina.
There's something more than just blood on the scarf, Your Honor.
And what that might be? What might that be?
Pepper.
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 Regina gave the scarf to Bat right before the accident, and she covered it with as much pepper as she could. Hey, what's with the silent treatment? I mean, that's... Yeah.
Yeah. Excuse me, Mr. Wright. You've done a good job of fingering a criminal. Sorry, that was... but you're out of curiosity, what was her crime? Regina gave a pepper-covered scarf to Bat as a present. Where's the crime in that?
It still seems like the judge just doesn't get it. Mr. Phoenix Wright, wasn't it said that the lion seemed to be smiling?
Smiling? The lion was smiling.
Right before Bat was bit by the lion. For a moment, the lion's mouth changed and it looked like he was smiling.
Lions smile?
I've never heard of them smiling. However, lions sneeze. Leon didn't plan on biting Bat at all. In reality, all he actually did was sneeze. He sneezed because of all the pepper spray on the scarf.
What?
You fool! What?
You've got to be kidding me!
Objection!
What's the matter, Miss Von Karma?
I object for objection's sake. That's like the one time where Edward was like, objection. Or what are your objections, Mr. Edward? I'm still thinking about that.
Yeah.
Mr. Phoenix Wright, this theory, you believe it? You really plan to say this joke of an accident actually happened? Of course I do, it's the truth. The lion sneezed due to the pepper, and that's when Matt lost constant consciousness. Acro nearly lost his brother due to this accident, or this joke, as you put it. Which is why he tried to get his revenge against Regina. You foolish idiot.
So it's a joke of an accident to you, huh? Once again, I'm impressed by your imagination, Mr. Wright. To think that there's someone who treats this accident with the respect it deserves.
Are you telling me that that's what I said? That what I said was true? Acro, you can't mean witness.
Are you confirming the defense's claim? Mr. Wright, unfortunately, your imagination is not enough to find me guilty of murder.
What do you mean by that?
The pepper, the scarf, the lion. I see where you're going, but it's a bit hard to swallow. Not to mention the fact that there's an even bigger problem with your theory. What would that problem be? The same problem it always has been. Evidence. If I dropped Max's bust on the top of the ringmaster, where is the evidence that proves that claim? You mean the conclusive evidence?
The biggest problem is the murder weapon, or the lack thereof, to be more precise. Murder weapon.
The bust that the defense claims was used. If that were to be found in Acro's room, and if it were to be covered with the victim's blood, then that would be awfully conclusive in my eyes.
Yes, it would be. The bus. Nick, you gotta do something! This is the last step. If I get this one right, the case is won.
Let's see how things work out first. A request to search Acro's room.
I don't think he's stupid enough to keep it in his room after he dropped it.
I believe so too.
He went to the hospital the morning after the murder. To probably see his brother. There is a chance that he could have grabbed the bus and made out with it then and hid it somewhere where everyone was too busy with the murder. But let's see how things work out first, because I don't think he's stupid enough after like a couple days of keeping that bus in his room, especially when the police were searching the place.
Yes.
It might be worthwhile to search Acro's room, but why aren't you going to search his room? It looks like you finally figured things out, didn't you? Now you know the true meaning of Von Karma Total Justice. I guess. I figured with you that's the least I should expect. You leave no stone unturned. A Von Karma never leaves anything to chance. We already searched Acro's rooms yesterday.
What did you find?
There's no reason to even say it. If we found what you think we found in that room, Acro would not be here as a witness. But to put a point in it, Max's bus was not in the room. The murder weapon is still unaccounted for.
You see, Mr. Wright? The bust wasn't in my room.
Furthermore, Detective Dick Gumshoe executed a search by complete surprise, and we took Acro directly to the prosecutor's office after that. Wait, complete surprise? What?
Yes.
He like tripped and like scattered everything. End of story. Just wait a second. Something's funny about all this.
It looks like the coup de grace in this case was ever so sweet.
But what about the scarf? What about the note?
What about them, Mr. Wright? No offense, but the important evidence here is about the death of the ringmaster. I think you should remember that.
Arrgh! Do something, Nick! Don't let this case slip away! The bus! Where is it now? Where's the bus right now? You're Phoenix right! You should know. You know where the bus is. I'm sure you do. There's not even a single clue. How am I supposed to know where the bus is?
It seems that if the case is coming to a close. The defense's counter-arguments look to have fallen short.
Thank you for your support.
Now, if you'll please excuse me, Mr. Wright. I think that brings an end to the cross-examination of this witness.
Mia! Where's Max's bus? The defense needs time to prepare to present its case. Sorry, I'm a bit nervous. I just bit my tongue.
What?
What? We need time to do what? Ow! Why are you the most surprised person here? She's your aide, isn't she?
Did you have a case to present, Mr. Wright?
What? Is he talking to me? The rest is up to you, Nick. Good luck. Hey, wait! You can't be serious. Acrobats always have their lives on the line, don't they? That's how Acro's live up his life up to now. Now's the time for us to walk across our own tightrope. If we don't, we're certain to lose.
Very well, the defense may proceed. If he doesn't have a clue, and I don't think he'll be finding one anytime soon.
Walking the tightrope of logic, there's no room for a false step. Sink or swim, the only way through is forward. The murder weapon. Where is Max's bus now?
Where do you think it is?
Oh, dang it. I thought it was in the, I thought it was in the hospital.
Nope.
Don't think it's in the lodging house.
And they searched the big top.
It's somewhere in the courtroom? Excuse me? Is it under his freaking wheelchair? They searched the big top.
Yes.
They searched the lodging house. There's no way it's in the lodging house. I've already crossed that out.
Yes.
So process of elimination. The courtroom. Whatever is left, even though seems improbable, is possible. Whatever. I don't even remember
Occam's
that.
razor.
I was gonna say I don't remember that quote from Telezilia, but you know what? Let's do it. It's obvious the bus inside this very courtroom.
It's obvious.
Allow me to paper the location of this bus once and for all.
The judge's bench, the prosecutor's bench.
The witness chair.
The witness chair.
I think he hid it in the judge's bench. I don't know. The witness chair. Actually, I don't have a good look of the chair. I have no idea if it can fit a bus. But it's too late now. Acro. I'm sorry to ask this, but do you mind if I take the blanket off your wheelchair? Oh.
I'm sorry. I didn't quite hear you, Mr. Wright.
Well, you're a big guy, and you have a pretty big wheelchair because of it. I just want to make sure you weren't hiding anything under that blanket. Because it seems to me that it'd be really easy to, say, hide a bus under there.
Once again, your penchant for humor hits me where it hurts, Mr. Wright.
I think it's pretty amazing that you can laugh in your position. However, your lightheartedness doesn't change the fact that the bus is under there. We all know that you couldn't leave the lodging house by yourself in your condition. That proved inconvenient when Miss Von Karma happened to search your room yesterday. If she had found a murder weapon in your room, it would have all been over. Which is why you had to hid it in the one place that you could hide it, under your wheelchair. Because they wouldn't be as cruel as to lift the blanket. Which is why, Acro, I have to ask you again. Could you please remove the blanket from the wheelchair?
Well done, Mr. Wright. Masterfully played.
You fool! How could you?
You've got me. I've been bagged by a real pro. Actually, 2 of them.
2 of them?
Miss Francisca Von Karma and Mr. Phoenix Wright.
What?
There's just one thing I'd like to know. How did you know to launch the surprise search on my room last night? There were 2 pieces of decisive evidence, the cloak and the bust. I burned the cloak in my room and threw the ashes away with the trash. Regina always took my trash out every morning, you know. But the bust, obviously, I couldn't throw that away. When you executed your search, all I could do was try to hide the bust. And the only place I could hide it quickly was under this wheelchair. Miss Von Karma, you had things all figured out, didn't you? I was completely suckered by your calculated strategy. And now, to be caught in the middle of the courtroom hiding the murder weapon. There's no way I can escape that. So you've got me. Well done, Mr. Wright. Well done, Miss Von Karma. All of it makes sense now.
I can't believe that Von Karma got that far ahead. It's amazing! You definitely couldn't tell by looking at her. I know I sure couldn't. Because right now she's angry and slamming her fist down.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. I failed. Why did I order a surprise search of your room? If only I hadn't done that.
It doesn't matter how now, though. It seems as if we've arrived at the truth. Acro. Yes, Your Honor. Did you kill the ringmaster of the Berry Big Circus, Mr. Russell Berry? Yes, Your Honor. I'm responsible for that crime.
Acro.
All my brother did was want Regina to like him. That's why he teased her. One day, my brother sprinkled some pepper on Regina. She started sneezing so hard, you couldn't help yourself from laughing. That's why Regina thought it'd be funny to get him back in the same way.
And that's why she covered the scarf in pepper.
I know she didn't want anything bad to happen. I know this. She just wanted to make my brother sneeze a few times too. But I couldn't forgive her, no matter what. What I'm truly guilty of? I'm guilty of never ever being able to understand her. Your brother became a star. Regina believed that so purely that she would laugh innocently when saying it, too innocently. I just couldn't stand it, no matter how hard I tried.
That's when you decided to do something about Regina. What do you mean by that?
So are you saying that you are a victim in all this as well? No, that's not what I mean. I'm nothing but a murderer. That's all I am. At first, I thought I could kill myself. I'd kill myself. Then I pondered about giving myself up. But I couldn't, and just up and leave. I just couldn't. That's why I tried to pin this on Max. Max, I'm so sorry. I just couldn't up and leave yet. This has been such a strange case. It's almost a reflection of the circus itself.
I'm an idiot. I can't believe it. You beat me again.
I believe this case is now beyond any point of possible discussion. Thus, I'd like to declare my verdict. Not guilty. This court is adjourned.
Okay.
Fabulous! But to be honest, I can't really be too happy about this.
Acro, the ringmaster, Regina, and Bad. Not a single one of them was a bad person inside, huh?
That's a good question, and one I don't know the answer to. Congratulations! Congratulations, Mr. Max! Thank you. What's with the vibe in the room?
We're just thinking about Acro.
No. If you worry about other people too much, then you'll be like this forever. You'll never be happy.
Huh?
She's been like this for a while now.
It's all my fault!
Sweetie pie.
Bat and Acro, they're never coming back. Now everyone's gonna split up. Regina, Mr. Wright, tell me something.
What do you want to know, Regina?
Acro said something right at the end.
I just couldn't up and leave yet.
Does that mean that Acro, is he gonna try and get his revenge on me? I don't think so.
No.
I think he was talking about his brother, who's still in a coma, not confirmed dead.
He's not gonna do that to you, Regina.
Are you sure? Are you really sure? I can believe that?
Yep. Acro doesn't want to have any desire for revenge anymore.
I mean, after accidentally killing the man you have a lot of respect for,
Yeah.
I think I would not have any desire either.
If
If that's true, then I want to see some evidence. Huh? Acro said that all this time to you, so all the time to you. So I thought it worked for me too.
That's profile. Aku didn't want to get caught for a reason. He wanted to see his brother open his eyes again.
But Bad! That's right, Regina. He's still alive, you know. He is, huh? And now Acro's been caught.
Uh-huh.
I know. Huh? What? I'll do it. I'll stay next to Bat as long as it takes, until he opens his eyes, and then he can meet Acro again.
That's so sweet of you, Regina.
I'm sorry, Acro. I'm sorry, Bat.
Well, hopefully this is enough to give her a little peace of mind. Hey, Max. What is it, Mo? We really put you through a lot, didn't we, buddy? I'm sorry about what happened. So, whenever you'd like to leave us, I'll pay your fee and rip up the contract. I understand. What a fabulous thing to do for me. I might even leave tomorrow. What's going to happen with the circus now? That's the big question. Our ringmaster was really an amazing person, wasn't he? Even though he's not here anymore, everyone's still sticking together. The staff, the performers, no one wants to leave the circus. That's why I've made a decision. What is it? I've decided that I'll take over as the new ringmaster. I'll turn this circus into the best circus the world has ever seen. The best circus the world has ever seen? Don't laugh. Amazing. Sorry, amazing.
Yay! I can't wait!
Then I guess that changes things. Huh? There's only one thing the best circus in the world has ever seen needs. The world's best illusions. Which means the circus needs the best magician the world has ever seen. Max, let's work together and make our circus super fabulous. What do you say, big guy? I don't even know what to say. All I can say is thank you. Regina, you're gonna help out too, aren't you?
I don't know. Maybe the circus would be better off without me.
What are you talking about, Regina? What do you think I brought you to this court today? We've got to work together to make Berry Big Circus bigger than it's ever been. Mo's right, sweetie pie. We can't be the Berry Big Circus without Regina Berry.
But Max! Nick!
It seems like everything's gonna turn out alright here.
I can't wait to go see the best circus in the world this world has ever seen.
We'll save you the most fabulous seats. It'll take us a while to get ready, but I'm gonna order special whoopee cushion seats. I see. What made the case? Just as you thought. Yesterday's search really paid off, sir. You had it all figured out yesterday, didn't you? It was just a theory. If Acro really was the killer, I thought it was the only way it could end. Especially if he was their defendant's attorney. You mean Mr. Wright?
It's fucking Edward.
Of course. Well, Detective, my plane is about to leave. Do me a favor and try not to be too harsh on Acro. Once I get back, I'll make a stop by the Chief Prosecutor's office. Yes, sir! I'll be waiting for you. Goodbye, Mr. Edgeworth.
Fucking knew it. I bet he came back because he saw Varn Karma's defeat.
So, there's a couple things. One, I got really excited about this because, like, I had a feeling that they weren't, like, Edgeworth wasn't obviously going to be dead, but I got really excited seeing Edgeworth. They go, Edgeworth! Two, I know this episode's going on longer, but I need to spill some things. This was not my favorite case playing. And is widely considered as the fans' least favorite cases. However, the creator who wrote the Ace Attorney series, this is his favorite. And after going through it again, doing the voices for all this has completely changed my view on this. There are some weird things about the case, but I have completely changed my thoughts on this case. So this is a really good case. I really liked it.
I like it too. Okay, I am sentimental. So when people still like come together as family, I just really like that.
Yeah.
And that pretty much wins me over on everything.
Yeah.
So it's no wonder I like this case.
Yeah. Well, guys, in the next one, the last case, guys, the big one. Farewell, my turnabout. See you guys in the next one.
Bye.